I want to talk to you about something that I genuinely believe is one of the most significant shifts I've seen in this market in the time that I've been doing this. And I think most people, even people who live here, don't fully understand what's happening yet. Right now in North Palm Beach County, in Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens, Juno Beach, and Singer Island, there is more than $1 billion in new luxury development, either under construction or just delivering. $1 billion in our market. And when I say that number, I don't mean it as a headline, I mean it as a signal, because that kind of capital doesn't arrive by accident. It arrives when sophisticated developers from Chicago and New York and Miami look at a stretch of Florida coastline and decide, this is the one. This is where we're going. So today, I want to walk you through exactly what's happening, every major project, what it costs, what it offers, and most importantly, what it means for you. Whether you're a buyer, seller, or someone who's been thinking about relocating to this part of South Florida, let's get into it. Let me give you a quick overview of the projects we're talking about, and then we'll go deeper on each one in future videos in this series. First up, the Ritz-Carlton Residences in Palm Beach Gardens. This is the anchor development of the entire moment. 106 private estate residences, not a hotel, not a timeshare, private homes on 14 acres of intracoastal waterfront at 2200 PGA Boulevard. Prices start at $4.5 million. Penthouses have sold for over $15 million. The developer secured a $340 million construction loan, the largest residential development loan in Palm Beach County history. And the building is delivering its first residences right now in spring of 2026. This is a once-in-a-generation project. I'll dedicate a full video to it just because it deserves it. Next, Caretta in Juno Beach is the only luxury mixed-use development ever built in Juno Beach. It's 95 condos across 4 boutique 5-story buildings, plus about 2,200 square feet of restaurants and retail space, including a Chicago restaurant named Gemini that's expanding to South Florida specifically for this project. The developer, JDL Development, built One Chicago, one of the most successful urban luxury towers in the Midwest. This was their first project outside of Illinois. They chose Juno Beach, named after the loggerhead sea turtle Caretta that nests on this very shoreline. Prices from $1.5 to $8 million, delivering now. Then there's Forté Luxe in Jupiter. 15 homes, that's it, on a private peninsula surrounded on 3 sides by the Intracoastal Waterway, multi-level townhomes with private boat slips, rooftop terraces, and summer kitchens. A 5-minute walk to some of the best restaurants on the water in all of Jupiter from just under $4 million. And then there's what's happening on Singer Island and Palm Beach Shores, which I think is the most underrated real estate story in all of North Palm Beach County right now. 3 separate developers have chosen this barrier island for 3 separate luxury projects. HAVN Residences and Yacht Club, a 36 unique boutique marina community for $1.25 million with 24 of 36 units already sold. 123 Ocean, 27 oceanfront condos designed by Arquitectonic. A sale just launched in December 2025. And Turnberry, yes, that Turnberry, has preliminary approval for a 52-unit tower. 3 developers, same island, almost simultaneously. That is not a coincidence. And finally, Nautilus, 220 in Lake Park, right between North Palm Beach and Riviera Beach. 330 residences across 2 24-story towers. Move-in ready right now from $1.3 million with penthouses featuring private rooftop plunge pools. Mixed use with 2,200 square feet of retail, a waterfront restaurant by David Burke, a mini bowling alley, a golf simulator, a soundproof music studio, and a private beach club on Singer Island for the residences. Here's the thing I want you to take away from this video before we go deeper on each project in this series. The most important stat in all of this isn't the prices I just mentioned. It's something the developer of the Ritz-Carlton said when he was describing why he chose this specific site. He called it, and I'm paraphrasing, the last 14 contiguous acres of waterfront land in Palm Beach County. The last. Think about what that means. The reason developers are spending hundreds of millions of dollars here, the reason JDL chose a beach town they'd never worked in before, the reason 3 luxury groups all showed up to Singer Island at the same time. It's because they did the math and they realized the coast is essentially built. What exists now is what defines this market for the next several decades. And what that means, practically, for someone who owns a home in this corridor, is that your neighborhood just got a new neighbor. A very expensive, very prestigious neighbor. And those kind of neighbors move comparables. For buyers, the window to get in before those new benchmarks fully ripple through the resale market is right now, not next year. For sellers, the conversation about your home's value in 2026 should be a different conversation than the one you had in 2023. And for anyone thinking about relocating here from up north, from Chicago, New York, Boston, the Midwest, the question isn't whether this market is worth it. The question is whether you want to wait any longer. Over the next several weeks, I'm going deep on each of these projects individually. The Ritz-Carlton, Caretta, Singer Island, all of it. So subscribe if you want to stay current on what's happening in this market. And if any part of what I said today made you curious about your own situation, what your home might be worth right now, what's available in your price range, or what relocating to this market actually looks like, I'd love to spend 15 minutes with you. There's a link in the description to book a free consultation. No pitch, no pressure, just the kind of straight answers I'd want if I were in your position. I'm Amanda Sweets with Keller Williams Realty of the Palm Beaches. I cover Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens, Juno Beach, and Singer Island. And I'll see you in the next video.